shit, people are in Zul'Farrak waiting for me. And I'm playing around. No, I'm not. The paladin is not here. Oh, paladin has holy damage aura. Bro, you heal yourself as a druid, okay? You have heals. I'm DPSing. I am smite priest. You leave you leave bear form to heal once in a while and tank everything. We got 10% holy damage. I'm just kidding, dude. But that's good though. The sank aura is good. There it is, boys. We're in Zul'Farrak. Go. Level 49 paladin here. Big paladin. I am 44 priest healer, 45 mage in our group, 47 rogue who is full juiced up, Onyxia world buff, Zandalar world buff, consumables, agility and shit. Oh man. Nice, nice, that's good. Let me take a stamina buff. That was loud. Let me take a food buff real quick and set up my binds. Actually, they are set up. And we're good to go. We have mage buff, we have mark of the wild buff, super good. We can go. I'm gonna buff Fear Ward on the melees, just in case of some random fear at melee range that sometimes happens. So you guys know from the previous videos, this is the druid, by the way, that we did Uldaman with. He's a super tanky, beefy druid, so he will not need that much healing. And let's see those holy fires. And on bosses, smites as well. But let's see those holy fires from with the aura from the paladin. This is the druid that we did Uldaman together with, but this is gonna be even better than Ulda because more fun, because I have sanctity aura and I have wisdom. Let's see that smite as well. 380 non-crit. Yeah, that's good shit. Take a potion here. You can go. I have a lot of mage waters, so I can always use it between pulls, even if it's for just 2 ticks. Fear Ward the melees. And shadow protection on melee, because they can resist the fear if a fear happens here. Which means the paladin too should get those buffs. It's 10% holy damage done, so let's see those holy fires. 380 non-crit, yeah, that's a big one. If you guys, this time I will not go into too much detail about the spec and stuff like that. You guys have, if you guys haven't seen though, later on YouTube, if this is the first video you're watching of me, I am running this smite spec, holy spec. For my solo questing, I smite mobs, not shadow. And it's very fun, it's very good. It's actually better than the shadow specs I've played till now, always been shadow. And then for dungeons, this spec makes me a good healer. So my gear is full spirit and stamina, and spirit and intellect items, all of them. Or spirit, stamina and intellect, all 3. And the talent spiritual guidance gives me spell power and healing, 25% of my spirit. That's my setup. And I like to help with the damage in the dungeons because my renew is so powerful. I have improved renew and 100 bonus healing at level 44. It's nice. From my spirit through this talent and from my gear. A lot of the times I can renew the tank and not heal him that much. Holy Spec is very efficient at healing dungeons, so... Yeah, these cast shadow bolts, so keeping the tank shadow resistance buffed is very important. He resists shadow bolts maybe. Yeah, those holy fires are big. Holy fire is my way of helping with the damage. It's a very efficient way. It's my cheapest 170 mana. And my mana pool is 3.5k, so you can see. My cheapest ability. After I make sure the tank is fine, I like to help with damage. Mage gets aggro, but only one mob, no problem. Easy heal. And also in case later on YouTube is the first video of mine you're watching, I target my allies with target target macros. I have them on the bars here on keybinds. Just target party 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I have them on the keybinds here. No mouse over healing in a 5-man. Look, these mobs are level 44. That's like perfect level for me to be here. We had a paladin. I can mind soothe this guy, but he's gonna run into us anyway. We had a paladin before before this paladin. We had another paladin we invited and he left because I was low level. But honestly, 44 is good. 44 is good even for DPS. Yeah, sometimes people go a bit crazy with the levels they would like to see their dungeon in hardcore. This druid tank, by the way, we did Uldaman together. He has 4.3k HP or 4.6, something like that. So it's like one of those cases, you know, as a priest we need to be flexible. If the tank is a standard tank, let's say like a bear tank who is actual one, or a paladin or a warrior who run a protection spec with shield, you can just adjust to the situation and do more damage because those guys will be tanky and require less healing unless they overpull. But overpulling in hardcore, you know, people don't do that. It's more safe to not do that. So if the tank is a standard tank like this, very beefy and stuff, we can just do damage. And my way of doing it is with Holy Fire. It's a long cast. If I wanted to maximize DPS, I would spam Smite, but no need to do that. It's just help. Holy Fire is the cheapest, 170 mana only. Smite is more, Mind Blast is more, Shadow Word Pain is more mana. So Holy Fire is a very good way. And I have the talents from Holy that make it 3-second cast, otherwise it would be 3.5. I always mention it, but I guess it's just part of the way I heal, in case someone watches the YouTube with the purpose of learning, you know, something. In Classic, as a healer, you want different ranks of your heal, long story short, so so you don't overheal and it's more mana efficient, and you know. What is this? Strength agi reduced. Yeah, I have to dispel it. You want different ranks of your heals so you don't overheal and you're more mana efficient that way. On the tank I always use max rank renew, but on the DPS I tend to use lower rank. And when I say low rank, it's just one below the max. It's like 50 mana less. But the max rank would overheal too much. They don't need that much healing. And my most used heal is actually a rank 2 heal that I learned at level 20 something. I'm using that one still. My biggest heal, dispel this, peeps. My biggest heal is the rank 4 heal. And at level 40 I could have learned greater heal. That's a 1k heal per cast. But I didn't even learn it because tanks don't need it. Only in a raid scenario way later on we're gonna need the biggest heal. And only in some cases, even at max level, if you're gonna spam heal, it's gonna be a lower rank. Because it's more mana efficient and not overhealing. Need to rebuff the fear wards here. So my biggest heal is heal rank 4 that I use sometimes if my tank is tanking like 5 mobs. Otherwise rank 2 heal. Flash heal is the same. My biggest rank flash heal is rank 5 and I would rarely use it. Spamming this over spamming max rank heal, flash heal is basically ooming yourself in a few seconds. So if I'm gonna flash heal multiple times, I'll do rank 4, but my max rank is 5, and I will use it only in the cases where I go like, oh shit, he's tanking too many mobs and taking too much damage too fast. Those holy fires are big, man. I can also just smite a bit because I have 25 MP5. Oh shit, my bad. Was targeting me and evading because I was up on the ramp. Because I have in Uldaman, when we run it with the druid, we did not have a paladin, so I did not have this much mana regen. But with the wisdom I can even smite. Let's try to out damage him, huh? So far healing 25k, 56% of it with renew, so 25k and damage 24k. It's just that with this powerful renew, a lot of the times if you run this spec, which I think is the spec, the best one for hardcore, you can just renew the tank and forget about it. Oh, that was a quick flash heal kick. It's the flash heal kick. I also have 10 greater mana pots. Not gonna save them for the next expansion, so I'm gonna damage more. Gonna mana pot on cooldown. These are just a few silver on the auction house. I can easily buy more. Let's do it like this. Casting Smite, big damage, also increases my chance to get the killing blow and get Spirit Tap, so... Spirit Tap for me is insta 50 damage increase. Through the Spiritual Guidance talent. I have 470 spirit. 25% of that, well, I have like 100 and something bonus damage. 110 or something like that. When Spirit Tap procs. Without it I have 60 or 50 from my spirit. That's a boss. That's considered a boss though. I mean, $540 smite crits. Oh, he changed. He changed to retribution aura. Wait. This is not the biggest smite I could have done. Hala. Tank aura, please. Better than this shit. Give holy damage. Ah, he only changed it for the bugs? I didn't notice he only changed it just now. Give me a holy fire pool. Let's do a bigger holy fire. I mean holy nova. Like this a little bit though. My holy nova is like 100 and something per tick. I mean per hit. 150. Current segment, it was me and the mage owning it. But I have to make sure I don't grieve the mage's nova. I explained this all the way back in Gnomergan. On a pot just in case and shield the mage. I overdid it though. I lost too much mana. I have to drink now. Don't wanna be that greedy. Or we have innervate. Okay, that's perfect. Let's use the innervate to rebuff. It's gonna regen me to full after the rebuff. And almost full with the last tick of innervate. Perfect. I explained it way back in Nomergan. Just if you're gonna AoE, make sure you don't grief your mage, you know. Because the mage does Frost Nova. Yeah, look at this, nice. 3k damage on there. If the mage does Holy Nova, he wants to... You don't wanna... If the mage does a Frost Nova, you don't want a Holy Nova right after, because you will... Your damage will break the Holy Nova. Just saying if you wanna do this. So your Holy Nova can break the Frost Nova, and then the mage won't get the crit. The mage wants to do Frost Nova and then one Arcane Explosion or Cone of Cold, which have increased crit, you know, when mobs are in the Holy Nova. So that's what I was doing. If you noticed closely, I was wait for him to Nova, wait for him to do 1 or 2 casts after that, and he will break his own Nova anyway. He will break it himself, but better to let him get his crits the way it should be. There is a mob, but I don't want to stop my cast. I mean my drink. That's a dispel. Resist, come on, bro. Yeah, on the boss here we needed to kill totems. The perfect case for a Holy Nova to just stop everyone and go. Oh, level 47, I think. I'm going to run, it's hard to get from one run, the Troll Temper. If we all need that much Troll Temper. But I'm going to run ZF multiple times. On the YouTube channel I just upload the first run usually. It's resist though, man. That Holy Fire is 450 damage non-crit with the Sank Aura. Pretty sick, to be honest. Gonna run multiple ZF every day until it's like green mobs or something, so oops. So I will get all the Troll Temper eventually. The Troll Temper and the Scarab Shell. The Scarab Shells we can get it from one run. We have Mallet, by the way, in this group. The Paladin has it, so we're gonna get the last boss. A little dot on him. Orange mobs resist. Shit. Hey, that's a big one for the rogue. That's... I had it on my rogue on Bald God. Better main hand than this. Slower and more top damage, top end. The Vanquisher sword is good, but you put it on the offhand for 28 attack power. The Paladin was thinking about it, but the Paladin has Bone Biter. Yeah, if you have the Bone Biter from SM Quest, that's good. Ah, the Paladin is gonna respec prot at 50. That's why he wanted the mace. Well, the rogue will appreciate it, you know. Prot Paladin in Classic kinda lame. Well, he wants to respec 50. Everyone can do whatever they want. Oh, are we gonna open graves? Extra XP? Probably not. No graves? Okay. On my who was it? On my warrior, I think. Back then in classic era hardcore, you could only run dungeons once. So we made sure we made the most out of it, and we opened every grave. But the graves are just additional mobs for experience, you know? Just XP. And maybe you get some BOE trash item. Gift of the Wild book. Interesting. The thing with these gloves, I think I would be fine with the stuff because it's really good spell power, but these gloves might give me spirit int 18 spell power. The biggest benefit about these gloves is 10 stamina, but I have on every item stamina except for the Dreamweave. I just think Dreamweave is what I want to wear. And outside of the Dreamweave items, I will wear other stuff. Did we loot this chest, by the way? Oh. So the mage can just be happy with the gloves. Stamina is maybe more important for him. Mage will be happy with them for sure. Sorry, by the way, for the ad on the stream. I didn't think we would go immediately into the first boss. I wanted to do an ad, so then every time an ad plays, it removes the pre-roll ads for like 30 minutes or so. So if people are tuning in mid-dungeon run to not get an ad. But we went immediately into the boss, and I think there was an ad playing during the first boss. And I think the ad ended when we got the loot. So you guys saw the gloves dropped. I would have been okay with the stuff from the first boss, but the gloves dropped instead. Hey, hello Ghost. Yeah, doing fine, man. Some hardcore leveling on Sunday. Yeah, seems good. Hope you're doing good too. Danny, can I see your talents? Yeah. First I took one spec, and then I took spirit up, and then holy. And the whole idea of the spec is to have this smite spec that I solo quest pretty well. Actually pretty good for killing mobs outside. And for dungeons it makes me a very good healer. It's super good, super... obviously it's a holy spec, so... Good healer in dungeons. So good that your renew is so powerful that you can renew the tank and DPS a lot of the times. But also one detail is that you should be stacking spirit. Every item should give you spirit, every single item. That's my idea behind this spec. It's not completely uncommon, people have done smite specs with stacking spirit, but I haven't done it myself, so... Every item, either stamina spirit or intellect spirit, but always spirit, you know. And at level 40 you have crafted to buy from the auction house Dreamweave gloves, Dreamweave vest, level 40. And at 45 we have the helm as well. I will replace this white mane Scarlet Monastery helm with the Dreamweave. It will be another 18 spell power. So at my level, my spirit is 219 and 25% of it gives me spell power and healing through this talent. So I'm getting 55 or so spell power because of how much spirit I got. And a few of my items give spell power, like the set I just told you, that Tailor's Craft. So I have about 110 or so spell power. We Gucci, bro. The block is good though, but I always have mana pot ready to heal. So this is my spec. It's very good for solo questing, faster than Shadow Priests killing mobs. I kill them faster. I have seen Shadow Priests that were questing near me, how fast they kill the mobs, and I kill them faster. And now after this I go to Discipline. No more Holy after these talents. Now this part right here, the pyramid, this potentially a bit scary, so very little mana usage for damage here, generally. At least in classic era there was a bug where half of the mobs or all the mobs sometimes came at once. I don't know if it still happens here. So the shit part here potentially can be that you get overwhelmed with all of the ads down there, and we don't wanna run in by any chance. If we're gonna die in Zul'Farrak, if we're gonna wipe, it will be on this part. And it will be due to a bug that all the mobs come or something like that. So here maybe we don't do damage, but the damage so far, look at it. It makes you feel more useful if you are damaging, you know. If you have time, and you definitely have time to damage with this spec. I think this is the best spec for hardcore. Only Shadow would be better if I never did any dungeons, something like that. Shadow might be better for like chill solo questing in the world. 54k healing done. Most of it is with renew. 69k damage, so more damage than healing done. That's what this spec allows you to do. But like I have mentioned before, it also depends on what your tank is. If your tank is a standard tank like Prot Warrior or Paladin or a Bear tank, they have good tank gear, they take little damage, you can renew them and DPS. But if your tank is a warrior who is two-hander or dual wield, then you have to heal them more, so you will do less damage. We need to be flexible, like I said before, so you can play it accordingly. You should not underestimate the lizard summoner guy in the cave. That was the first boss, I think we did him already. Is there any videos of you leveling in original classic? Oh yeah. But you have to go way back there on the YouTube channel. On the YouTube channel I have playlists. Original classic WoW playlist. So you can go to the beginning of the playlist and you will see videos starting from the start of classic. I know I said I have to be more careful with the mana here on the pyramid, but I have mana potion off CD, so no worries. The biggest benefit of Holy Fire as well is that not only that it's mana cheap, but also it leaves a dot. But these are non-elites. My point is, these are non-elites. So if it's not gonna fully tick like on elites, I'm not gonna do Holy Fire, probably. Save mana. But here we have elites, so let's do Holy Fire on them. Mage is over aggroing a bit. Remember, the first reaction on mage should be to shield them. Mana pot already. Mana pot early so we get the cooldown going. First reaction if our mage over aggroes is to shield them because they are very squishy, you know. I always say this. And then you can start casting a heal. And if their shield is broken too fast and they are taking more damage, you can flash heal. But I think we went through the hardest part. Or we are actually going to get more mobs now to spawn. And we're actually not permanently stuck in combat here, so I can even drink. Oh yeah, there's no problem. The pyramid is easy peasy. Now let us see your IRL talents. What's my IRL spec? My IRL talents. For now, sadly, they end at just streaming and uploading on YouTube. IRL talents. Would love to Holy Nova so much here. Yeah, I should have done some Holy Novas. I thought we get stuck in combat. Maybe I was playing it too safe there. Better safe, of course, in hardcore. But I could have done some Holy Nova. We definitely can, because we can drink in between pulls, it seems. Right now they are not coming. I will look for another multiple mobs pool that I can Holy Nova. Maybe I can sneak a couple in here. It's expensive for the mana, so that's the problem. But I have 2 Holy Nova ranks on my bars as well. My max rank is rank 4 and it costs 500 mana. And then I have rank 3, which is 300 mana, so it's better. If I'm gonna spam, it will be the rank 3. Here we have some Corinova action. There it is. The good part about it is it actually heals people that take damage. Damages the enemies and it heals the people who take damage. Yeah, Holy Nova is a good ability for dungeons. I said I won't really Holy Fire these non-elites because not making full use of the dot. Oh, that's incoming. That's a bigger ink. Big ink. Hey, not me, guys. Don't cast on me. I think it's because of the renew on the tank. On a pot here. Running dungeon with Paladin is just so good. Like this group is pretty much the dream group. I got intellect, I got spirit from the mark, and I got wisdom. The Paladin is rebuffing it every 5 minutes perfectly. Should have done it at the start. Shadow Word Pain, only time I would use it is on the bosses, otherwise too expensive. Alright. No problem, guys. And now we need to fuck them up. They were helping us until now, and now we fuck him up. Ah, it's all good, bro. If the rogue takes care of the caster, it's all good. Blind is good, but the paladin is killing him, so good. Yeah, we are a strong group. Little mana pot here. I got aggro because this guy has a lot of damage block. 85% damage block. Oh, this is for the mallet, isn't it? To create the mallet of Zul'Farrak, one must first travel to the altar of Zul and obtain the sacred mallet from Trollkeeper. Bring the sacred mallet to the altar. Using the sacred mallet at the altar will infuse it with power, and transform into the mallet of Zul'Farrak. There, wait. Ready? Yeah, the weight is perfect here. I have been keeping up the spirit buff. Now I'll give it to everybody. I don't know. The shadow protection buff was important in this dungeon specifically because the mobs do shadow bolts. Okay, let's try harder with something here and use mana pots. Use all the mana. Try harder with something such as out DPSing the tank. These ones are gonna do damage. I need to heal this one. Liat, why are you making me work? This one is hitting me. Okay, we made it a bit of a disaster. Blizzard, do you know? Do you know Blizzard, bro? Mage wants AFK. Okay, we can cut that out in the video later. Oh, that was the quickest AFK.
These desert be mine.
I'm gonna get aggro. That was a 700 crit of my holy fire, dude. That was my biggest holy fire crit. That shit right there was my biggest holy fire crit. Mana pot here. Those are big shoulders for warrior paladin. Strength, stamina, spirit, these are good. Big. We can skip go here left. At least I got 2 shoulders now. Yeah. He had the Herod shoulder. Herod's shoulder is 1 shoulder. So now he has 2 shoulders. Until you get fire mouse shoulders. I think it was first boss. But yeah, in Blackwing Lair there was also one shoulder. Ah no, they are two, but they look like Herod. Okay. Not planning to raid, he just likes to well, leveling in classic is some of the most chill things. Yeah, that's true. Beer and chill. He likes to level in classic, beer and chill. Crack open some cold beers here and some classic leveling. Hell yeah, brother. You heal yourself, man. You heal. I have a mission now. In the last part of the dungeon, it will become a reality. I will do it in the last part here. Do you think they will open fresh classic era realms? Yeah, Season of Mastery there will be fresh, yeah. But nobody knows when. Hey Danny, do you think I'm handicapping myself by going Shadow endgame in HC? I feel like no one is going to want to farm dungeons with Shadow. Yeah. You kind of are. Best is to go healer, but if you really want to go Shadow, it will be a struggle to find groups, stuff like that. You need specific group setups where you can fit. Much easier, much more convenient for people to just take a Holy Priest, but you could maybe make Shadow work. But it's a very situational thing. Much easier and more convenient for people to not bother setting up the perfect group to run a Shadow Priest. Later on in raids, same thing. Specific raid setup with a lot of warlocks so that your buff is useful. Did you stop playing Rogue? I have not been around for a while. My Rogue died, if you mean the hardcore Rogue. He died a while ago. This is the big pool we were talking about? I'm a shit on them. Hi. Stop shooting at me. I want a smite crit, please, with Spirit Tap and the Paladin Aura. Let me see it. 600 maybe? No, it didn't crit. Oh yeah, there it is, 646. Biggest smite. 640 crit coming from a level 45. 44. 45 soon. With Spirit Tap, that was like 50 spell power for free as well. If you don't mean about hardcore rogue, then I don't have all the rogues. Just the Season of Mastery one. But the hardcore one died. Can you show your talents whenever you get a chance? Yeah. I got one spec and spirit tap, and then these are my holy talents. Very good for solo questing, and it makes you an excellent healer for your dungeons. You can see how I often renew the tank, and that's it. I can even do damage. But the idea behind this spec is to stack a lot of spirit. And I wanted to use that on the tank, whatever. Only 100 armor. The idea is to have spirit on every item. Time to mana pot here. Oh, getting bopped instantly, damn. But don't worry, I'm Gucci. We're all Gucci. I think we're clearing this because we're gonna summon the boss here. The mallet boss. And on top of that we can get more troll tempers. This is like a full ZF run. We have skipped some packs, but this is like a full ZF run, and I have only gotten 7 troll tempers, so you pretty much never complete this unless you're the only one that needs them. The quest to collect 20 troll tempers. You were going for world first 80 priest in Rat? No, no. I was not even trying. Thank you.
Ah, you're nice.
Even my druid knows now spirit. Spirit is good, yes. The wand also does shadow damage, and it's more DPS than mine. I'll need it. Gaining 3 spirit, losing 3 stamina is okay for me now. I have stamina on every item except for 2 items. Maybe 3. Even 2 damage upgrade on the wand is good for me because, you know, I still finish the mobs with my wand. When I'm solo questing, I barely want, but I do want at the end so that I finish them and I allow my mana to start regening. Yeah, my regen is very good. You were mentioning it in the chat. My regen is very good with all this spirit. And 25% of the spirit, hey, it goes into spell power for me for free. I'm not really the best priest, but thank you, man. I like to play priest, and I have improved over the years, but you know. Anyway, I didn't go for world first 80. Nah. Didn't wanna do that stuff. Big heal incoming here. I forgot I was on a mission to out DPS the tank. But I came close to his damage, so it's good enough. Only 10k damage less than the tank. Yeah, when you get the perfect paladin aura, perfect combination. Going to dink with style as well. Dink by killing the last boss. Bosses give a lot of XP, so I think it's going to give me this, what is left. I don't know if this last guy fears, so I'm gonna have fear ward just in case, but no need to have shadow protection. Do we kill under the bridge? Ah, I see. Where are we going? So if when he knocks us in the air, hit there, and we will not fall into our death or something. So he knocks us up here, you know. Haha. Yeah, look at that knock. Oh, he freezes the tank as well. This guy is serious. That knock barely moved me, by the way. Alright. That's a cool dagger for a DPS, for a rogue maybe. But human rogue would probably take benefit of the sword spec. And I dinked 45, so I'm going into more disciplined talents now. I will see what I'm gonna take. Probably improved stamina or even silent resolve a few points is okay for hardcore to not get healing aggro. But I don't use shield almost. So improved stamina, it's gonna be here. Let's get it. So on the YouTube, this is my first ZF run, so this one can go to YouTube. I like to upload the first runs when it's potentially like something challenging, something interesting happening. When we learn the dungeon 2 perfect, you know, gonna be easier, faster. So we can end it here on the video later. We can end it here. Tell the editor to end it here. It's over here. Who is the editor? He's called Danny. Editor Danny, you can end it here, okay? I forgot to show, sometimes I show this just for fun. The healing done at the end was 112k total. 45% mostly with renew. Just renew doing the work there again. And 140k damage done, so more damage than healing. This is what this spec allows you to do. I love it. But this is because of the 10% holy damage aura. And because of wisdom. The damage and healing here is so good. This was a really fun Zul'Farrak run.